representing the 27 to 30 foot class in the center console category. The Blackfin 272cc has an overall length of 27 feet 2 inches, a beam of 9 feet 4 inches, and a max horsepower rating of 600. Engineered for offshore fishing, in comfort, she has a draft of 24 inches, a dead rise of 22 degrees, a weight of 6,500 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 180 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts, George Labonte and Rick Riles.
George, I tell you what, if you look back through the history of sport fishing and sport fishing boats, you see the name Blackfin all over it, don't you?
Absolutely. You know what? We're standing on the next generation Blackfin. The new Blackfin company, this is a company reborn for the 21st century.
George, we see plenty of center consoles, big ones that are dedicated fishing boats that are really kind of Spartan. You know, they're laid out for one thing, you know, you're out there to fish, you're not out there to relax. Well, the consumer's not going to have that anymore. We want to be comfortable, and Blackfin blended that need for comfort with a boat that's a very fishable boat. We need to get started on this boat. There's a lot for us to look at.
Rick, we say comfort features are all over this boat. You know, it all starts right up here. If you look at the bow seating configuration, you know, a lot of boats have this forward seating, but this is a very comfortable setup. You've got this wraparound seating right here, which really thick padding on there. Also a very comfortable, really double wide seat there with fold down armrests. You know, this is really, really comfortable seating, but it's still an open fishing boat up here.
I don't know the design team for Blackfin. I've never had the pleasure of meeting the guys, but I can tell you that there's a big sport fish guy there somewhere. There's so many of these things, these seat backs, the way they go together. Even these cushions and all, it just screams big boat to you, doesn't it?
It does. And also, you know, you talk about the design team. I know they've got a team of engineers working on these boats because there's a lot of engineering in this boat. There's things all about the boat that you look at and go, man, that's a really clever idea. A lot of really thoughtful design.
George, it's very comfortable up here. It's very fishable up here. Let's go back here and let me show you how we know it's a Blackfin. George, I tell you, you step back here, the first word that comes to mind to me is beefy. I can't be fishing without having a rigging station. This one's got a dandy. You can cut there, you can rig ballyhoo there. I've got to have that if I'm going to be blue water fishing. You know how I like to do it. But just this freeboard, look at all the freeboard you have back here. I mean, this 3-4 foot wave isn't going to make you nervous back here like it will on a lot of 27-foot boats, let's be honest.
Absolutely. This is a blue water fishing boat. Now, much like we said about the bow, how everything you needed for relaxing is within arm's reach, everything you need for fishing is within arm's reach back here, Rick. And for example, the 30-gallon live well you're leaning up against here, a vertical live well fitting in the corner like that, doesn't take up a ton of space. It's got the clear panel, which we're big fans of in the front of it. You've got a slide-out cooler for drinks back here, two really big 54-gallon fish boxes in the deck, insulated, and right here, a giant access point to get into your systems in the bilge. Everything's within easy reach, and you can stand in there and work on it. You don't have to go digging for anything. It's all right there.
All that, and you can still move around freely because every inch is used well, which leaves you open deck space to move around.
Right on. Hey, let's grab some shade and take a look at this helm, man.
George, I tell you what, when I step into this helm area, the term industrial strength comes to me. Does that make sense?
It does. It's bomb-proof, Rick. It really is. I mean, this is a very sturdily built top and really well thought out design. There's a lot going on in here, but you know, I got to run this boat a bunch this morning, and the first thing that jumped out at me is this helm is really comfortable to run the boat from. I don't know what it is, but just the way it fits you, the space back here, the layout, the heads up, I mean, all this electronics is right there in front of your face, and I'm a real big fan of this wraparound windshield, as you know. I mean, this boat's built to go out in big weather, and there's a lot of real estate to get behind that weather right here.
There sure is. And you know what? One of the things that you and I fight because we spend so much time on the ocean is eye fatigue. You don't have that bright sun bouncing off a console and showing through a clear windshield. I'll bet you're a lot less tired at the end of the day behind a tinted windshield.
You better believe it. You know, something else we've never seen, Rick, or I've never seen, Blackfin is incorporating this patented pantographic design for the door to enter the console. I've never seen anything like it, and it's very unique. The door opens forward, but it doesn't block the route going past the console, walking forward and aft. Not only that, but this is a really unique piece of hardware. The way it fits over the console makes this a really bulletproof, absolutely waterproof design. I think Blackfin hit it out of the park with this model, Rick. You know, they've taken all this new technology, but they haven't forgotten about their roots. I mean, they really combined the best of both worlds into this. Blackfin 272 center console.